Hello, and welcome to the Pepperbird Magazine. Did you know that the Pepperbird Magazine has been in existence for over 25 years, and we're still going strong? I invite you to take an ad on our internet magazine, which is very, very useful during COVID days. So please, give us a call. We'll come and have a quick chat with you and video you and your business. Look at the number below.
Wake up. This is your own boy, DJ. I'm back from the idea. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to propo. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to propo. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to propo. Sweet, let my liberty. Sweet Mama Liberia. Hey, don't just say for the poor. Education is simple. The whole country broke. Cause harder than a rule. Only people taking bribe. GA taking bribe. Don't just say for the poor. No peace, no unity. Many people suffering. Many people crying. No food, no job. Don't just say for the poor. Mama Liberia. Freely alebode. Ibeta lekete. Ibeta lekete. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to propo. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to propo. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to propo. Sweet, let my liberty. Sweet Mama Liberia. There's a change for hope. We've been hoping for change. There's no change. Our people cry. Our children suffering. Our people are crying. Our people are suffering. No change. Save us every not taking pay. The working no stop.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today, April the 9th, we wake to another day of what went wrong last night, what went wrong yesterday. My two countries, Jesus, what's happening? 2 mass shootings yesterday in Texas. Just after we had mass shooting in Colorado. Why all these mass shootings? I went to my doctor was telling me, he said, this friend of mine called me and he said, doctor, I need to come in. Excuse me. He said, I need a I need a what was that shot? Hydrochloroquine, something that shot Donald Trump wanted us to take. He said, I need one of those shots. So the doctor, he said, look, man, I don't know if I can give you it, but come on in, let's talk. Let's talk, come on in. He said, yeah, but if I come in, you want me to put on that mask, right? You want me to wear a mask, right? He said, yeah, that's the procedure, man. He said, man, all you people are crazy. I ain't coming over there. I ain't coming to you. Then he hangs up, right? Then the doctor tell me, he said, you know, this my friend. He has a lot of guns. He just ended there, you know. He said, go figure out that. I was just laughing. I just smiled and look at him. He said, that's my friend, you know. He has a lot of guns. So you see what happened? People going nuts, man. And all these people got guns or got access to buying guns. And they feel their rights are being taken away from them by telling them to wear masks. And this is becoming the norm. Because soon you will not be able to go to school. You will not be able to go see a doctor. You will not be able to go to church. You will not be able to fly. You will not be able to go anywhere until you have that passport. Some people calling it a COVID passport. Others calling it the card. I got my card. And when they give it to me, they say, Mr. Chesson, make sure you carry this thing in your wallet. Let me see if I can find my card somewhere around here. They told me, Mr. Chesson, you carry that thing in your wallet. You don't carry it, you may not be able to go to New York. You get caught there, you get quarantined. You get tested. You may not go to Boston, Massachusetts. You get there, you get quarantined. I'm trying to find my card so you can see it. So it's important. You got to go there and get this card. And this is my card. My COVID-19 card. I don't know, the light so much, I don't know if you can read it yet because it's so bright. But this is my COVID card. Jefferson Chesson. And what it says on it, it tells me the date I took my first and second shots, where I took it. That's it. And the shot number, and they got a number here. And the kind of drugs I took the Pfeiffer. So they got it there. So this is my card. I can't laminate it, but I think when it mess up, you're going to get another one. So I just fold it up and put it in my wallet. So everywhere I travel is with me, or anything could happen. Man, you could get quarantined, locked in a stick for 3-4 days or 7 days if you don't have that card. Anything can happen. Protect yourself. Get vaccine. We got enough of the vaccine now, so make sure my peeps, my black, white, African peeps, you'll go out there, make sure you get your vaccine. I didn't get sick. They told me the second one will make me feel like a little woozy, like I got the flu or something. I never felt that. I didn't even feel much pain from the second one. The first one, I felt pain. I had the pain is in the shot area. My hand was it wasn't really bad. And the second one, I didn't even feel anything. So make sure you take your vaccines. Be COVID-free and COVID-safe. You can't even travel to Liberia with all your vaccine. Be COVID-free and COVID-safe. Stay alert. Stay alive. Okay? That's the end of my lesson this morning. As usual, the insanity is just too much, man. Liberia's leaders. Oh no, sorry. This is my yesterday's lesson. Wow, don't tell me I didn't put my today's lesson up. Hold on, I got it. Americo-Liberians or Congo people are Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf loyalists. 2, Liberia's system of justice is broken. 3, our women leaders. And this is important. This is important. Because our women leaders are surpassing our male leaders, especially in America. It's good and it's bad. In Liberia, we got a woman Lapa revolution. Most of the women are foreign service women. All their lives, they have not lived in Liberia. When they were growing up here, since they got in the foreign service, they've been seeking their own aggrandizement and upliftment. We saw them. They're in the foreign service, yet they can help us. But what about the people at home? You helping us in the foreign service, and the people at home don't know what to do with the services you give us. So we'll talk about that. So let's get into my first lesson. Americo-Liberians, all Congo people, are Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf loyalists. Liberian people, I keep telling you all this thing. Our people are loyal people. It doesn't matter whether you're country or Congo people. That's our culture. It's ingrained in us. That's why I keep telling you, no Liberian soldier could overthrow our government without foreign help. They were loyalists. Some of them were being afraid to even think about overthrowing the government. They were being reported. So when they have foreign help, that brought a different dimension in it. People say, oh, you're trying to say our soldiers couldn't overthrow the government? We're trying to say that, yes. Why? Because they were loyal. Look at Jebo. Jebo planned the coup, and he wasn't sure. He said he was telling all of us. I was among them, he said it. He said it to some other people that they were planning to overthrow the government, that the people were calling into Sierra Leone to secret meetings. Jebo had no problem saying that. Why? Because he wasn't a threat to the government. He was not a threat to the government. Outside forces were trying to turn him against the government, trying to reel him in with money and false hopes and false dreams. You think Jebo won't kill our people? He would sit down there and tell me and don't kill me? As soon as I disagree with it, all the people did not kill. I was loyal to Jebo too. I like Jebo. I like Jebo. There was nothing Jebo told me to do I wouldn't do. But I couldn't sit down and hear him talking, that kind of thing. And as an educated man, I know the meaning of it and that it's a crime. And I can't sit among them. Even if I don't want to deal with it, even if I don't want to report him, I can't sit among them no more while they're talking that crap. So I gotta walk away. Jebo knew I wasn't going to be in a pose any danger to him, and I didn't. I didn't. I wanted the man to move up in the military. I was telling him, Jebo, when I come out, you'll be major. And when I came back there, I made him major. Because I heard Chesson and Hola talking to Forta Africa that they were going to raise Jebo. I was sitting in a meeting with him. As soon as they talked about Jebo and how they were going to promote him, I ran out of there and ran down to Jebo and told him, I said, my man, when I come back from Continent, you'll be a major. He said, how you know? I said, just watch it. And he said, well, Jebo always had a saying, we'll drink the palm wine or something like that. When you come back, then we'll drink the palm. He had a saying that he always repeated like that. And he said it. I said, okay, well, I'll come back, we'll drink it. And that was it. That was when the guy who shot Jebo, he said Jebo came to him and made that same statement before he shot him. As soon as he made that statement, I knew. I gave up right away. I said that was Jebo. Because he had said anything else, I would say, no, not Jebo. But when he came here, he used that exact statement that Jebo always used. Let's drink a palm wine or something like that. As soon as he said that, I said, oh, that's Jebo. I knew that I killed Jebo. And why they killed Jebo? Because Turbo changed his mind. It wasn't Jebo's fault. Turbo changed his mind. Turbo also go to Bento. And Jebo was there waiting for him with his forces. But because Turbo was coming from the OAU that night after 2 o'clock or something like that, he was tired. He said, no, let's go to the Mash. I won't go all the way to Bento. And that's how the foreign forces were there with Jordan. After they took over Jordan, they now wanted Jebo to be president of Liberia. Why? Because they knew who Jebo was. And as soon as they said it, I agree with them. Because they said we were scared of Jebo. Congau was scared shitless of Jebo. When Jebo talked and yelled, everything changed. I used to respect the guy for the same reason. That's why his man was scared of him. And when I heard the story of how they sat down together at the mansion after they had overthrown Turbo and killed Turbo and they had taken over the mansion, and Jebo still didn't know about the thing he was in Bento. Those guys sat together in the mansion and said, man, we get it into Jebo, you and not let her enjoy it. They all time to enjoy it. We give to Jebo won't follow the law, he'll do everything. And he was going to do that. He was going to do that. Jebo was serious about that. Things were going to change in Liberia for the good, I thought. That was Jebo didn't want to kill Turbo, he wanted to arrest Turbo. He didn't want the blood. But when the foreign military came in and would do them, they had no choice but to get rid of Turbo. So they sat down there, they said, man, we can't get Jebo this thing, we get Jebo, it will suffer, he will come, he will bring all the disciplined people in, he will pull us back to the barracks, he will not let us enjoy the thing when it was so joy. We get it into Jebo, he will mess us up, man. So let's declare him a rebel. And that's just what they did. And they were fussing among themselves who to be leader. Kuamba didn't care about who was leader. He didn't care. He just wanted them to they overthrew. Let's pick a leader and keep moving on. So those guys are fucking Western, Kuamba, all the people were debating who would be leader. Kuamba is the man of appointed to do he's the top among all of us here. Then he took over. And that door he became the president. And those guys declared Jebo a rebel. Came over the air and said all commission officers must report. When Jebo didn't report, they declared him a rebel because they had to get rid of him. So when they shot and killed Jebo, discipline in the army was gone. So this is where our country is now. This is where we stand, between the rock and the hard place. How can we handle this up? How can we resurrect our country to where it needs to be? How? Same thing. Our people are loyalists. When you are our leader, you got to give the post up before we start fighting. Or people will be attacking you to give it up. Our president, our chairman of the Liberian community in Rhode Island here. Although the officers under me didn't know their responsibilities to the organization as a corporation. They thought you could just go to meeting and people come. They thought they were running a club. When people come and yell at you, say, okay, I want to be president, and when you take the presidency. They thought that we were running it. And I just had a thing we're running Liberia today, like a little club. We can just sit down and say, oh, we don't want this today, man. Let's do it this way. And forget, we got laws. And that's what happened in Rhode Island. And let me tell you something. The idiots may not know our rule, but the people know better. All that fussing they were fussing, nothing went out of control as long as I remain chairman. Or our chairman of the board, I think we're talking, yo. It didn't mean nothing. As long as I was chairman of the board and I was still in control, they weren't going to take up all the community. All the first we made to resign. Man, I look at it a long time. I told them, I said, look, you people are newcomers. You can't come with your college education and things like that and think you can solve an age-old problem that you haven't investigated. You just follow your tribal people because the tribal people say, oh, Chesson this, Chesson that. The same Congau people. Then you jump in the same bandwagon. Oh, the Congau people. Then in the final analysis, you come to realize that you've been deceived. And that's what happened to our educated people. Every time they put their hand in something, they got to put it there to lead. They don't put it there to sit down to watch, to see what the real issues of the community are. They come there with this, what they say, believe. They see a man like me running an organization, you can't fight me. Do I look at somebody to be going around stealing $50? You're stealing $50 there. Are you crazy? So you come in the community, some of them never even knew me because I never used to go to meeting. I mean, when they started fighting and things, I never used to go to meeting. What am I going to do a challenge meeting for? So I used to let those officers handle the meeting. I used to let them handle the meeting, thinking that they were mature enough. And every time before they go to the meeting, I would call the president and say, be careful. Walk slowly. This is a corporation. Don't listen to the people. You are the leader. Anything, bring it back to me. Okay, Chesson, okay. Then they go to the meeting, the people scare them, to attend the meeting. You see, that's why about Liberian people you can't trust. They don't know nothing about leadership. They think when you come before the Liberian people and they yell, you submit to them. No, that's not how the will of the people work. No. And because our people are so ignorant and so blind and backwards, we always have problems. Because when you come before the people and they have loud crowds of people, they feel they got to resolve their problems before the people. And you can't do that. That's why the people select you as representatives. That's why the people select you as senators. So you don't come up and throw the dirty clothes of the nation in the public. You understand before you come to the public what you can bring and what you can't bring. So all of y'all be on the right path. All of y'all be on the right line as leaders of the country. But everybody come with their own interpretation of what the situation should be, what the resolution should be. And if you don't take theirs, they get mad. They feel insulted. They started arguing. And this is the childish place we are today with our Congau people. Ellen is Congau. This division of Congau and country people has been in our country for so long. I don't play that kind of games. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Because the Congau people are just as bad as the country people. They are hateful of their own people. Once you become leader, they become suckers, sucking up to you for everything, because they can have opportunity to steal, so you can trust them, lying on each other. This is nothing different from the country people. The same behavior, the same deceitfulness, and what is worse, it is worse with the Congau people. Because they control our natural resources, our wealth, and our economy. And that's why I've been telling my native people from time immemorial, stop being stupid. Stop being hateful. Stop being idiots. And we have been, from the time I've been writing, from 1980 to this very day, that's what I've been telling my indigenous people. But they're so blind. They're so backwards. They're so hateful for everything Congau. They rather destroy Congau people, whether we can help them or not, for nativism. And nativism cannot work in the civilized world. No matter how educated you are, you will never understand the behavior of the world that you want to live in. And you will be deceived and betrayed and deceived and betrayed time and time again. Why? Because the white people know all of you are selfish, you're tribalist, you're divisive. There's division right in your midst over and over because of tribalism. Why you think you're still hit the Congau people? Because you're trying to emulate the Congau people and want to take their place. And you can't do it. This is a God-given gift. It's God-given. You can rise to that status, but you can't replace me. You can't seek to take my house, my property, my car, and my land, everything, and think by me being in the slum, you be superior than me. You can't. It's a mental thing. It's a God thing. It's a God thing. I don't have to go to your juju gods. You see, that way you can't conquer me. I do not believe in your juju gods. I know they work. I know they're strong. I respect them. But I can't pray to them. I can't honor them. I can't be afraid of them. No. I respect them. I ain't coming to your God to trample upon your God. I ain't coming to your God. Look, let me tell you one thing. Spiritualism is real. And if we don't understand it, we don't pay attention to spiritualism, we don't respect spiritualism, we always fail. Let me give you a good example because I'm about to go do it now. Every summer I go to clean my grandmother's grave in Rhode Island. If I don't do it, nobody else will do it. So I gotta go clean it. Right now, I'm thinking about when I gotta go clean it. And you know, I have metal in my hips and all of that. So I go to clean it. There are all graves all around her. And I know to do that thing by myself, I gotta dirty the whole area. So when I started doing it, I was cleaning the dirt was spreading all over the other graves and all of that. All so that I stopped. I just stopped. I said to myself, I said out loud, silently, I said, you forgive me, my people. I will clean it up. I'm a little messy, but I will not leave it like that. I will clean up all my mess. I said that. I felt a peace, this peace. And I cleaned up that whole area around my grandmother's grave. The trash was everywhere. When I finished, I put that thing down. I walked everywhere and pick up all that trash. Throw it in. For everywhere it was, I pick it and put it together in a pile. I said, I hope you understand. I was talking to the spirits, to all the spirits around there as I was doing that. I said, I hope you forgive me. I had to clean up this thing. I wasn't talking about, I was talking in my mind. And it was a serious conversation. I was in the midst of spirits, whether you believe it or not. I had to respect them because they were watching me. You think they're not watching you? They watch us. And I could feel their eyes on me. So I kept talking, telling them, apologizing to them, telling them I would take up my mess. And I went all around that graveyard and took up my mess. And when I took the thing off, yes, the other miracle part about it. I took the thing off. I was so tired from bending down and things, all my hips were hurting me. I was walking up with the trash. And I couldn't find the trash can. And I was just walking up, looking around. I said, oh, Lord, where's the trash can? I hope I don't have to walk far. The voice just said to me, look to your right. And I turned to my right, and the trash can was right there. They had directed me to right where the trash can was to show that the spirits appreciated what I did for them. They walked me without me knowing right towards the trash can. When I got to the top, I was so tired. I said, oh, Lord, what a trash can? Do I have to walk another area to find it? Because if I had intended to drop it right there, that would have been another problem too. But in my mind, I was looking for the disposal to go do it the right way. And the voice just said to me, look to your right. And I just turned my head like that, and there was a garbage can. And I just smiled to myself. Because every time I go to my grandmother's grave, things happen. I told you the last time I couldn't find her grave. And I said out loud, Grandmother, I can't find her grave. I need help. Not knowing I was standing on her grave. And the voice just said, look down. And I looked down. I just said to myself, oh. I just said, thank you. I was standing right in the grave. So God does not come down to talk to us. If you believe, He will send messages to you that you yourself will not know are messages until they unfold themselves. That way you don't look for signs. Because when you think signs will come, signs will not come. Signs will come to you only when the Lord feels that you need signs to guide you. But if your common sense is there, and God has already given you common sense, and you have figured out the problem, but you're scared, or you're useless, incompetent, God ain't coming to help you. God ain't coming to help you. Why would God come to help you when God has already given you the abilities you need to help yourself? And this is where Liberian people fail time and time again. I can be loyal to my people. I can be loyal to my country leader. But I can't sacrifice my people to be loyal to individuals. to be loyal to a cause that doesn't benefit Liberia and Liberian people. So what we got a country for? What we striving to build a nation for if we have no desire to amalgamate our people in truthfulness and honesty? What we fighting for Liberia for? And I've come to the conclusion, until my people open your eyes, I can't continue in this blindness we call leadership. This is blindness. Our native people following their chiefs and their tribal norms and stuff and acting like dummies. And the Congo people doing the same thing, acting like dummies. When we come to with the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of how to bring our people together, we already possess those things. But our greed, our selfishness, our egos, our idiosyncrasies, all these things play into our destruction of our own dreams, of the dreams of our forefathers. Here we are, men and women acting like dummies, talking about what tribe you're from, or our Congo, our country. What does that mean? Ellen didn't want me to work in her administration because they know who I am. They know the man I am. All Liberian people who have dealt with Rodney Chesson, all the continental children, y'all know me. Y'all know I don't flip-flop. All my life, why would I flip-flop? Why would I flip-flop in my life? I got one life. I can't trust none of the damn people around me. Never could I do it. From small, I always wonder why my people joke so much. Why they joke so much? And that masses of Liberian people. My family is a big family. I don't come from a small family. My family alone is the whole of the Congo people. But everything, especially my people from Kirisburg, everything they find it to be a joke, to make fun of it, to laugh at each other. And the part they don't laugh at the enemy, they laugh at each other. And I always wonder, I said, why are my people like that? I've always wondered, this is not my first time doing this thing. All my life, they never wanted to come together. They never believed in nothing except degrading each other, making each other look small so they can have fun to laugh at, never protecting us. When I said to my own people, I gotta be scared because they might make some fun out of me or some joke so they can carry around. Oh, we made fun of the rod. Oh, that's just how my family been. I go sit with all there. You know, somebody that frustrates me. I go sit with all the women in my family. They're sitting there with this transvestite, male. Then they try to test me if I know whether I'm male or woman or not. Trying to see if I would date the guy. When I didn't fall for the stupid thing of want to sleep with every woman. Like that the other cousin and other Liberian men see every woman, they want to sleep with them. First of all, I was just looking at this woman. Then she come in the bathroom, her tits one up, one down. I'm like, what happened with this show? You know, the woman sitting there talking about her tits all straight. She go to the bathroom and come up, one down, one up. Then they're all looking at me like I would run behind this woman. I was like, why are my relatives like that? Why they don't protect me from making a fool out of myself? Instead of that, they're waiting for me to make a fool out of myself so they can have jokes and fun. You know, there's a time for everything, man. And if you don't grow out of it, you are childish. And this is where we are in our societal living. We got a lot of childish people. They follow people for causing. Everybody related. And it's making me sick. I am sick. Everybody related. All the damn Congo people related. All the native people related. I am sick of relatives. I am sick because I can't have my country. So we got a lot of rogues. We got a lot of liars. We got a lot of deceitful people. The native people hate the Congo people because they're doing it. The Congo people hate the native people because they have no norms. Their tribal norms are not civilized norms. Some of the things that they do for the tribal religions are not civilized norms. Female genital mutilation is not civilized norm. It's not civilized norm. I hear all many of these girls talking about boyfriend and loving their man. If they're cutting your female genital, you don't know not much about love and feeling. You don't know much about love and feeling. So these are things I think our women. And love does not work that kind of way. That's not how love works. You think you cut somebody part, it will make them love you more or be more honest to you. That's not how that thing works. Yeah, a lot of the women are loyal because they are arranged marriages in our traditional society. And many of the women from small, they are given to their men. They are given to their men. But of late, I've been learning about the dark side of the traditional society, where people marry women in the spirit. You don't see them in the day, but they appear in bed with their husbands. I got Liberian women married to traditional men who are married to women in the spirit. Some of the things those girls tell me, it make me shiver. Those girls said, Chesson was sleeping in the bed, and in the night, this woman would just come there. She would just be with my husband. And our three in the room, physically. But I a woman from the spiritual world. They got children in the spiritual world. She's not a physical being, she's a spiritual being. Only the woman who's sleeping with him can see her. And I asked her, I said, and you're not afraid? She said, well, she don't bother me. She just come there to be with her man. And she knows me. I can't do nothing about it. We heard the other woman on Facebook talking how the snake used to appear to her friend and try to make love with her because she slept with a voodoo man for witchcraft to sleep with her husband, for her husband to love her. Now she's sharing her husband with a voodoo snake. These are the things you deal with in the spiritual world. When you go to Africa for voodoo, when you do all those things. And our country and people become deceived and misled and misguided by spiritual things they don't understand. So we want to ask ourselves, why does man just falling behind these people? Why Ellen Johnson just got her hands in Liberia thing? She can't leave it alone. She won't destroy everything in our country. Why? Because she has sold herself to juju to satisfy our traditional men. And every time you do that, you subject yourself to something you don't understand. You can't speak for us. You become tied down by spiritual forces that are opposed to Christianity. They are opposed to Jesus Christ. But they use Jesus Christ's name to go in the church and deceive other people to do the same thing. Weak-minded people, lukewarm people. People who were once like me until we came to the truthfulness. And when you come to the truthfulness, your whole life will change. You can't follow deception. You can't fight our lives. Look at all my people above me suffering and dying. Look at 2 weeks from now on a Wednesday, April 27th, April 21, sorry, April 21. They're having this Citizens United against secret killings. Why we gotta have Citizens United against it? So you know the extent of secret killings in our country. That violates all norms. Violate all norms. Even Henry Castler coming to himself. Because I ain't talking about the same today about blind loyalty and how the family that were committing crime in Maryland, Anderson and the Yancey family, got so mad at Turbo when he killed their relatives. Why? Because they knew Turbo were probably doing the same thing. They knew Turbo had his game going too. And he wanted to kill them for their game. And this is the evil going around in Liberia today. Everybody got their private game, and you shut up when their game going on because your daddy and your cousins or your people did their part of things too. And you were back. That's why they don't want Rodney Chesson in the mix. Because I ain't aligned with none of these people. I'm a bastard. I grew up with the people. I didn't enjoy none of this elitism. You think I enjoy so much? No. Jesus just blessed me and put me in a different category where I watched and learned. I don't hit none of my brothers and sisters. I don't hit none of them. When I spoke to my mom, the owner of Chesson, before she passed away, she apologized to me. She said, Rodney, I want to apologize to you for anything I did wrong to you. And I accepted it. So I ain't got no hate against them. But I don't like the way my country is running. I don't like the way my country is running. I don't like the way the Congau people who are the elite of my countries are subservient to Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf. And this woman has proven to be a rogue, a nepotist, and a criminal. She murdered Congau people on her wing. If she loved Congau people so much, Harold Grieve would still be alive today. But you know, these are the same people who they say they bastard and cry and all that, but they come back with an elitist attitude. Harold Grieve was so much of an elitist. You say Rodney Chesson elitist? I couldn't go around Harold Greaves. I couldn't. He had an attitude that was so white. I didn't know who he was. And those kind of people, I stay away from them. You can't come to Africa and be acting like a foreign person in Africa. And you see, none of my boys can say that because as soon as I hit Liberia, I'm going to look for my boys. Because I know I haven't seen them. I'm going to look for my boys. They got to know I ain't town. Because if you don't got your boys, you ain't got nobody. You ain't got nobody. And you're my boys, not my family. My boys are the boys I grew up with. Play basketball with. Hung together with. But they themselves losing their minds because of money and all these kind of fast money and corruption. Our people go nuts, man. All my friends, they're just looking at the money. They didn't care about nothing else. They're all thinking about money, money, money. I talking to them, they that, oh, Chesson, go to hell. Their pa and mom did it too. Why we can't do ours? None of them point to anything I do. I told you this before. But because of my mind, pa, they feel it's good for them to steal too. They feel I got something I benefited from that era. And I didn't. There was nothing I wanted from that era. There's nothing I want Jesus Christ will not give me. And that way you don't understand it. They see me with good cars, good living. Anything I got, all this money. No, I got Jesus Christ, man. That's more than money. That's more than riches. Because when I want anything, he will give it to me. And all I gotta do is know that he would do it, and he would do it. So I don't run behind all the riches and things like that. All my cars I've been getting, Jesus been telling me, you got money, pay for it in advance. You know? So when crisis come, I got my car. I gotta pay no car note. I gotta pay nothing. And people wonder, oh, the man got a bad car, he got plenty of money. No. Use your head. Think. Plan. Always think on the future. And that's why I keep telling you. Darius Dillon, all the people go plan, they don't think on the future. They think, oh, we'll build it. They don't think how they will fund it. They don't think where they'll get money from. They just think, oh, we'll fund the government, we'll take it over. So they're just funding everything to give to dependent people. People who have no idea of self-independence. So how can these people help us? So this lesson is just to tell my Congau people, we got to be loyal to our nation and not to individuals and our family members. This Congau family BS been going on for too long. And even when Torba then died, when the families met, I told them, I said, we can't go on like this. We got to change our path and show our people a different direction. Oh, Mr. Torba said this, Mr. Torba said this, and we're going to stick to that dream. I said, well, you stick to that dream. See you later. I'm out of here. I ain't going to stick to nobody's dream. Well, I was thinking of my father's dream from when my father's dream couldn't resolve Liberia problem for 200 years. I got to stick to my own dreams. I know how to resolve the problems of my country. It does not involve my mind and power. It involves simple thinking, planning, programming, and implementation with honesty. So Liberian men don't possess these things right now. My men don't possess these ideals right now. All the thing about bring Liberia back for fast wealth, for fast money, so we can get in there and save ourselves and our family. It ain't gonna work. We've been on this path for too long. We've been on a nepotistic path forever. It ain't gonna work. We need professionals. We need honest people. We need sincere people. We can't keep putting our family in to do uselessness with our money and stuff. That's the city we can't put useless native people in there. We want the best of the best. And when we set up a fair laying fee for our people, that's the only way we increase our ingenuity and our progress. Everybody got to believe they have a fighting chance at leading our country, at developing our country. And the Congo people who are the elite keep following one source, keep believing that they are protecting the Congo people. We are just as bad as the native people. We are no different. Why we got to have a savior? Well, we got a constitution and law. Why Ellen Tyrion and everybody got to speak for us? That's why our country is so corrupt. Look at the brochure case. That will come in my system of justice lesson. But these are the same thing we're suffering. Because our people are trapped in our minds. We're finding a savior. We're finding somebody to guide us out of the Congo native mess. Why? Why? I don't have to be a leader. I can go to any damn village in Liberia and sit with the people and talk to them. Ask the people in Cotton. I do it all the time. I didn't have to be no king. I just walk in the village and say, here come the talk. And all of them will come. They will come. Because I have something to say to them, then we'll sit down and we'll talk. You know how many villages I've gone to and done that in Liberia? I'm not afraid of my people. I'm ready to kick their asses. I ain't afraid of my people. And all that juju they do, they will know I'm not afraid of them. They will know I'm not their enemy. If they got real juju, except all of y'all got the fake oil and fake grease, all for women and all for men, y'all got around here. But if y'all got real juju, y'all will know I'm not your enemies. Yeah, I'm going to kick your asses to do it right, to do it well. Because I ain't going to let you, you're crying, oh, Mr. Chesson, oh, Mr. Chesson. And I let you, y'all know Julia Andy, she the big juju woman in Liberia. Go ask Julia Andy about Chesson. Julia Andy was a little girl during the time I was there. And she got her butt kicked too. Okay? So all this come into one lesson because I've been talking for so long now. But all of this comes down to the same thing. Our law and justice system. It is crooked. It is evil. Because we got different justice systems in Liberia. We got a native justice system. We got a Congau justice system. We got an individual's justice system. And all our justice systems are screwed up. Why? Because our leaders are screwed up. Our leaders do not understand their responsibilities and duties to the Liberian and Liberian people. Everybody got a little tribal system. The Congau people are not different from the native people. They got their own ethnic system. And this ethnic system is corrupt. It's evil. It's family-oriented and based. And I'm weak and scared of it. I don't want it no more. I accept the fact that I'm a bastard. But I can't have these useless, evil people who's supposed to be my family ganging up against me because of their leader, Edwin Johnson-Sirleaf. They sit and say they're not taking me because our country. I accept the fact. I accept that fact. Because if I got to be country to change my country from this deceitful lie and nepotism I have lived under for time immemorial, even my own mom played that bullshit with me, lied to me over and over. I cannot tolerate it. And that's why I know going on with all our children who are outside children. They try to put us to the bottom of the heap, whether we are educated or not. They try to make us feel that we are inferior. And Rodney Chesson is no inferior man to the people I'm educated more than. To the people I can speak out for. To the people I can guide. To the people who don't make me scared. And I'm ready to kick their asses too. If our country must change, we must have strong leaders. We must have leaders who will not take BS from their mom, from their pa, from their brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, nieces, or nobody. Our country is a country of families. And that's why we keep failing and keep corrupting and keep stealing from each other. People take government to bring their families to power. And I can't play that. Because I ain't got no family I trust in that place there. All of them want to make me subservient to them. And they come to me for lessons to teach them how to be stronger to me. Can you believe those useless people? And they think I'm a dummy. Just the way they talk to me, I know they want to suppress me, but they want to learn from me first before they do it. I said, what's wrong with my mom people? What's wrong with my pa people? Everything is greed and money and self-preservation. I don't have to deal with that. That's not Christian. That's not God. If I put my hands in those kind of things, I will fail time and time again. And we all fail because it diminishes our systems of justice. It diminishes morality into immorality. It destroys the hopes and dreams of our people for a more honest, more sincere, more trustworthy leadership of our country. That's why I gotta step away from all this family stupidness. I gotta step away from all this deceitfulness in my country and lies. Liberia is one big lie. We're nothing but nepotistic people. Want to take our country to a family level of pure stealing and lying and deceitfulness. I can't go that side. I've been that side for too long, all my life. If you don't want to go that side, I will step away. I will step away. Because you see, I hate everything. That go to the women now. Because let me finish my lesson. You're talking about me hating everything. Look at Liberian women. Some of the most corrupt women in our society. Look at Mappy Morgan. How she stole that man $3.1 million. Now they're seeing wicked men behind them. These wicked women got wicked men behind them. Ellen Johnson said he had wicked men behind him. All these women in Liberia who are wicked got wicked men behind them. And it's plotting and planning together. All what the world is like that. There is no woman leading with a man behind them. And every woman leading us, we want to know who is that man behind them. Who's sleeping with them and giving them that coochie talk at night. Because when you give women that coochie talk, they will do anything. They will do anything. And that's why it's scared to have women leaders. Because there are people that dwell on coochie talks. And the men are the men who do the coochie talking. So that's why they control the world. Because women lose their minds when in love. Unlike men. When you're giving that woman love, she loses her mind. And she will do anything you tell her. And that's why we're scared of women leaders. All that tough, they acting tough. When you get them under you and give them some good loving, all that toughness going under the river. Except they are real killers and don't care about love. But if women love, and they care about love, and they got sensitive feelings, they can go astray all the time. Because as long as they find that man who can turn off the lights, let's get cozy. No, that Teddy boy. When Teddy started ringing that, oh boy. Lonely night with you by my side. Turn off the lights. Let's get cheeky. Bring out that freakiness in both of us. You think that woman will not do what I tell her? Change the Constitution, baby. Ooh, turn off the lights. Come to me. I just love to squeeze that body near me. Change the Constitution. Oh, yes. And she would be yelling, what article, baby? What article? Article 7. Turn off the lights. Let's get cozy. Section B25. When that woman get up from there, the Constitution can be changed, the laws can be screwed, and everything gonna be messed up. Then you be asking, why you did that? Why? No, I just woke up with this feeling. Yeah, right. Our women leaders, we gotta watch them. We got to watch them. How they behave before, how they behaving now. Do they have men as partners? Same thing with our men. Same thing with our men. We are a Christian nation. America is different from us. America has advanced so far now. They don't know where Christian law begins and human law ends. So they're talking about cloning people and all of that. We haven't reached to that era yet. And we got to guide our morality, our sincerity, our decency, our trustworthiness. And these are all the things that bother me. Because you're just, young children, you're just born in Liberian society and most of you haven't lived in Liberia. You're who educated. So you're learning from American society and you don't even know American society. Because many of you have not already felt the wrath of American society. So if you feel the wrath and you still come back to fight for the people, then you know you're American. But if you feel the wrath and you get mad and start cussing and start getting mad, our people are enslaved all over the world and they themselves don't know it. They hit themselves when they hit Africa and they don't know it. And these are the lessons we got to bring to our people. We destroy ourselves because of our ignorance. We destroy ourselves because of nepotism and favoritism and associations and friendships and alliances. And all of these things are not based on the true teachings of Christianity. So we are bullshitters. And until we become realists and see our lives as it is, and see how the nepotism and favoritism and family are the root of our problems. They're at the very root of it. Because if our cousins committing crimes and all of that, we're forgiving them, how can we punish other people with honesty and trustworthiness? How can Jesus back us when Jesus knows we're letting our cousins off the hook under the cover for punishing other people for the same crime? Can we continue on that path? That's my question for you. And that's the question I will leave you today. Can we continue on that path? Can we continue on this deceitful, untrustworthy, lying path to nowhere? Because if as long as we're on a lying path, we take 4 or 5 steps forward, then somebody will get mad and we'll start killing everybody and bringing destruction, and we'll come back to start all again 3, 4, 5 steps backwards. We can change it. We can change it. But we need understanding in our system. We need men in our system who believe in law and order and fear God. Because we don't fear God, we can't fear man. We can't fear doing wrong. We can't fear hurting people with impunity. Aluta! Continue. Have a good day, my people. Stay cool, stand strong, stop the nepotism. Okay?
all, we are suffering all.
You need to step down. Normally we are step down.
Suffering too much.
You need to step down. Go fucking go, step down.
The country getting
You
high.
need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
Nowhere to
You
go.
need to step down. Normally we are step down.
No money in the
You
bank.
need to step down.